It's Friday night, it's 8 p.m. We're not of another long weekend. Heading to the Twitch bar tonight. Some semicolons and a beer will put me right. Electron Greg is here again with an animation that tells you when 100 messages go by. Congratulations on the words that you just typed. It's Friday night at the Twitch bar and everybody knows your username. It's Friday night at the Twitch bar and everybody's so glad that you came. And who's behind that wonky door? Is it MJ? Is it Rishi to make the call? Yeah, and I think it's about that time. Guys from Porches on the line. It's Friday night at the Twitch bar and everybody's so glad that you came. It's Friday night at the Twitch bar and everybody's knows your username. And I won't drink across the street. There's people in the YouTube bar I never want to meet. I think I'm happiest right here. I made songs and I think I'll have another beer. It's Friday night at the Twitch bar and everybody knows your username. It's Friday night at the Twitch bar and everybody's so glad that you came. Good evening, everyone. I hope you're all well. Just had a little chuckle there when I saw the comments on the bees. It's amazing that you've taken that information into your heads and regurgitated that. If I do this right now, if I press, thank you for the semicolons there, Electron Greg, good evening Millstone Barn, John Bill, Jed Shed. I did see about your humidity. The thing that I was actually doing before I came here, I was always here, like the guy in The Shining. But the reason I was a little bit, because I noticed when I was doing my little rehearsing the songs, my nails just felt a little bit too long. So when I put on the little bit of intro thingy-majiggy, I thought I'll just give my nails a quick trim, which is what I did. Right. Oops. Watch this. Press that, like that. That's me tapping the pedal. Now when I click send, that's the bees straight from the pedal. Great song to start the night. Thank you, Martin. I hope you're well. Need long nails for things. Some folk people do. They even make special plectrums. Someone gave me some once. I think because they didn't want them and never found a need for them, and I didn't either. But you can get these long plectrums that basically just they clip onto your fingers. I personally find it works the other way because I'm mainly rhythm and I don't use a plectrum because I prefer the sound of that. I think that sounds way better than let's find this. I always think that sounds too harsh. The only reason I'll use a plectrum now and again is if I'm doing something that needs something like a Trying to think of a reason why I might use. Sometimes when we're doing electric guitar gigs and I'm doing songs that actually go between having being strummed and having like a little bit of a in it, which is very rare. Most of the time it's that, which I think sounds a little bit softer, feels a little bit nicer to do, and I can still pluck with normal fingers without long fingernails. FMI Hey. Hello, I don't know. Felice, oh hello Felice Maggie. Ooh, we need a poll. Is it indeed FMI? How's you? I like both. I like mainly that. I used to use a plectrum a lot more, like a really thin, flexible plectrum with an electric guitar. This is a song that was requested, I believe it was requested by Jezshed last week for his sibling Shed Dweller, who wasn't here last week. I think Greg was down IKEA with Duncan. Hello Duncan, speak of the devil. We're all waiting here for you. Move the consoles and computers out of view. The world must seem so strange to you. And I know that we will do our best by you. Hey kid, I hope you call this home. Hey kid, I hope you won't be long. We've been waiting here for days. 4 years old and blind, but still so very brave. I'm bumping into everything. So excited about everywhere you've been. Hey kid, I hope you call this home. Hey kid, I hope you won't be long. Hey kid, I hope you call this home. Hey kid, I hope you won't be long. Hey kid, I hope you like this song that I wrote for you. It was indeed the dog song. We've got all sorts of songs, haven't we? We've got a rubbish song, a dog song. Well, basically we've got all the songs are songs, aren't they? Songs are songs. Words of wisdom. How is everyone? I did some Googling recently. If you remember a little while ago, we were talking about, during the lockdown, about the prospect of, oh, by the way, that is a meantime London Pale Ale. 69 pence these cost in Home Bargains at the moment. Sending a balloon into space with Dean the Coder's digital camera attached to it. Found out he's already been there, but there's like a rocket place down the road called something like, it's called EARS, which stands for East Anglian Rocket Society. So I'm thinking, if anyone's going to know what the legalities and the logistics are of putting anything up high and bringing it down again and not getting sued or damaging anyone in the process, they should know. We have indeed got a Willy song. Have you ever heard the song Willy Bum Bum? If you've never heard the song Willy Bum Bum, check it out on YouTube. It's good. And then after you've watched Willy Bum Bum, watch the classical version of Willy Bum Bum. Someone does an orchestral version of it as well. So that was for Greg. This next song is for Millstone Barn. He requested anything in the minor key. So I thought I'd use that as an opportunity to just play one of the new ones. Get them solidified in my bonds. Because the better I know them, the less money and time gets spent in the studio.
Comments like water dry up in the sun. Words that mean nothing until somebody hits run. A small coffee table commits to the weight. Half a dozen books or more that carry your weight. Declare yourself a failure in every success you've had. Because a childish was winning, and maybe life's not that bad. Because this time, there's been worse times.
100 messages, it's not even 20 past, 16 minutes past. That could have come in at 1:15. The 100th message has just come in. The 100th message was, okay, you can start now. Words from RGR Live News, aka Mike James, established author and podcaster. What a way to kick the door open. Everyone, buy Michael a drink. Second verse goes,
the radiator's empty, there's no heat again, and the amp's still broken, so don't you pretend that the core of a video game that you always play is the thing that you needed to help you escape. Declare yourself a failure in every success you've had. Because the childish was winning, and maybe life's not that bad. Because this time, there's been worse times. And I don't know where you go, and I won't go where you go. When you declare yourself a failure for every success you've had. Because the childish was winning, and maybe life's not that bad. And it's a longer conversation to remind yourself of the fact that this time, there's been worse times. Yeah, this time, there's been worse times.
Don't forget your bendy bully. I've got no idea what a bendy bully is. The guy that was in the music video for Matthew Swift, for Jet Set Willy, the guy that played the game and completed it, kind of, his name is Bully. And he can move around, so I guess that classifies as bendy. I've had a great day. I'll take my £17 home with me. Let somebody else have a go. I've missed something out there. Mike has been here since 8 p.m, patiently waiting for 99 messages to pass by. Say what you see. Okay, that was for Millstone Barn. This was requested by Dean, the coder, whose camera we're going to be sending into space in the not too distant future, once we've spoken to the East Anglian Rocket Society. Rock and roll.
Please don't hit me with a shovel in the head, because I don't want to go down like that. I had a little drink about an hour ago, and the cigarette tastes like crap. I don't want to go down like that. No, I don't want to go down like that. Well, I've dug my own grave and it's starting to rain, and I know that you wanna go home, but I've got this little lady and she's waiting for me. She's waiting for me all alone, and I don't want to go down like that. No, I don't want to go down like that. But please don't think I think I'm pretty cool. I walk like an animal, but I'm just a tool. And I beg like a paraplegic, beg me change, that's where I'm at. And I don't want to go down like that. No, I don't want to go down like that.
Down Like That for Dean the Coder. There's a very old song, pre-British IBM, about someone, I think I've mentioned this once or twice before, about someone digging their own grave while someone's standing behind, not in a metaphorical sense, in a literal sense, digging their own grave while someone's standing behind them, ready to push them in when the job's done. Thank you, Duncan. This is for Jez Shed, that he requested for himself.
It could be so wonderful if you could just let go again and let the hate run you. You know it's all I do. I walked around in the sun again, a couple hours, but that's all I need. When I was just 16, I became a man, you see, who walked back to the city lights and watched the girls on the corner fight. But now the evening's gone, and nothing ever lasts that long. Made some money and we had some fun, but why try harder when you're number one? 'Cause if it all falls through, I'll live a lie like you. So stick around for another bit. We won't talk for another year, but when the morning bleeds, I know we'll both concede. We'll walk back to the city lights and watch the girls on the corner fight. But now the evening's gone, and nothing ever lasts that long. Walk back to the city lights and watch the girls on the corner fight. But now the evening's gone, and nothing ever lasts that long. I know the money doesn't count. We made a choice to be here now. But now the evening's gone, and nothing ever lasts that long.
Very nice, Martin. I do wonder how people do those little, I don't know what they are, but they look cool. GIFs, gliffies. And nothing ever lasts that long. It doesn't, does it? Nothing lasts that long. Apart from maybe time and space. I'm assuming they last quite a long time. Millstone Barn just jumped across the road into the YouTube bar. And he's now putting the letter B in, which I'm assuming is because he's got so drunk, he's run across the YouTube bar, found a pedal and started stamping on it. Dean the RGR Live _ Greg Jez Millstone Barn. People that knew me really well would call me. Don't know what that is. Me and Little Ben just watched Jimmy Carr live last night. Did you? How is Little Ben? And how was Jimmy Carr? He's good, Jimmy Carr, isn't he? Could you talk to Jimmy Carr when he was on stage via your Twitch app and interact with him? Like all good gigs. This is a song for Felice Maggie. Also on the 3rd fret. He was hilarious. No, I checked him and texted him. I'm booking tickets for Ricky Gervais. Oh, really? Felice Maggie wanted this.
Whatever happened? It was 1983, and I watched the football. Yeah, you fell from the top of the screen. Whatever happened? Where they told us that you'd gone. So whatever happened? Oh, where is Matthew Smith? Each room was a nightmare with a pixel perfect twist. PS80 crashed at the flick of the switch. And where was the tax man? Where they told us that you'd gone. So whatever happened? Oh, where is Matthew Smith? I was history 10 years ago. Now I'm a legend, but nobody knows. Oh, where is Matthew Smith?
Who's ordered an Amiga 500 Mini? Can you order them yet? I'm not getting one because I've got an Amiga 500 Plus that I picked up for £30 and a TV and a skip that was outside their house. Patton Oswalt shows are the stuff you need to watch for decent comedy. I've never knowingly watched a Patton Oswalt show. He has a couple on Netflix. Oswalt is also the brains behind. I've not got a Disney Plus. Thank you, Electron Greg at Millstone Barn, for the semicolons there. I'll have an A1200 Mini. It might be next, you never know. There's a lot of minis coming out. I'm waiting for the BBC Micro Mini. This is for Simon You should get Disney Plus, the British IBM. It's worth subscribing to. I might do. I had, I kind of like flip between. I've always got Amazon Prime, because everyone needs Amazon Prime, don't you? For your deliveries and whatnot. And that's got loads of good stuff in it. And Netflix, I feel that you need. And everything else is kind of like, I'll dip in and out of. So I had Now TV for a while. Binned that off. And then I got Masterclass for a year, which is very entertaining. And now I've binned that one off. So I might go back to Now TV, or might have a go at Disney. Someone else was telling me about it, saying it's got everything, like as in you can go all the way back to like Steamboat Willie and stuff, and like the really early Disney stuff on there as well. Where was I? Oh yeah. I've got mine set up with a CF card. You're saying a lot of acronyms that I don't know what they are. That's not really an acronym, is it? CF? Oh, okay, WHD though. That's an Amiga thing, isn't it? That I used once on the Raspberry Pi. This is for Simon.
We're all 22. We haven't got a clue. And one day we will die. What's more important is the meantime. We're working dead-end jobs, hating what we're not. So what's the point in this? I still think that ignorance is bliss. There's another day, there's another way to get around that wall. There's another day, there's another way. Still gonna hurt when you fall. So what comes next, you can only guess. 'Cause life is one big mess. We're all 17. There's nothing we haven't seen. We think that we've done it all, but we're getting lined up for a fall. And no jobs needed yet, and 6 weeks of summer spent. We're not really doing much. I've got some friends that keep in touch. There's another day, there's another way to get around that wall. There's another day, there's another way. Still gonna hurt when you fall. Or what comes next, you can only guess. 'Cause life is one big mess.
That's not the middle. Do you know what? The middle eight and the ending of that song are exactly the same. And as I played that, I went to go and play it and let the last chord ring. But what I should have done is gone back into the chorus one more time.
There's another day, there's another way to get around that wall. There's another day, there's another way. Still gonna hurt when you fall. So what comes next, you can only guess. 'Cause life is one big.
Is how it should have gone. Everyone shut up, I'm trying to sing along. Thank you for the semicolons there. Has everybody remembered to back RMC's retro colouring book of Retro Computers Kickstarter? Have you all? Has everyone remembered? I'm looking forward to going to Retro Man Caves when he opens up the doors. Right. Another monumental moment in this evening. I finished my beer, which means in this condensed one and a bit hours worth of entertainment, it's time to move on for a cheeky bit of rum. And what mixer do you think goes with rum? The Taste of Friday. Delicious. Who else is enjoying a Rochester ginger this evening? Gingery. Oh, flip me. A little bit too much Rochester in that one. That ginger. Right. Another rum. Another rum would be a good mix, wouldn't it? Do you know what would go nicely with this vodka? Just a little tiny splash of vodka. Do you know what the taste of... I went out with Michael a few weeks ago, and we went out in a place in one of the salubrious suburbs of Greater Manchester, in a place called Boothstown. And whilst we were in Boothstown, we went to a bar. I can't remember what the pub was called now. Michael will tell you what the pub is, just in case you want to go there in the chat. I asked for a drink that I asked the barmaid for. Can I have a drink that would represent the taste of Boothstown? And do you know what drink she gave me? Do you know what drink represents the taste of Boothstown? The Royal Oak it was. I'll tell you after this song what the taste of Boothstown is. I think you'll find this very interesting. It wasn't stale lager.
I only love you because time dictates I should. I only miss you when I'm down. I found 1,000 ways to tell you that I cared, but not a single one was true.
It's not our Roger Ginger.
Whose photographs will you hang on your wall? Who'll be there for you in the end? I wanted you to come and join me in the real world, but this real world is just pretend. What will we do when we get old and forget every word we ever meant? I'm growing old, I'm growing tired of new beginnings. I just want something with an end. Whose photographs will you hang on your wall? Who'll be there for you in the end? I wanted you to come and join me in the real world, but this real world is just pretend. Another credits roll. You know you've got no soul, so in the ground we'll dwell, because there's nothing else. Whose photographs will you hang on your wall? Who'll be there for you in the end? I wanted you to come and join me in the real world, but this real world is just pretend.
Photographs. On the upcoming album, been recorded in demo form once or twice. I think the Patreons have heard the demo. The last time I recorded it was quite electronic, had loads of synths and things on it, but then I didn't like that version, and then played it since on an acoustic guitar, and I thought that sounds much nicer on an acoustic guitar with no plectrum. The drink, because I know a lot of you are eager to find out, what the taste of Boothstown is. The taste of Boothstown is a dead man's fingers with Diet Coke. So if you're ever in Boothstown, treat yourself. I was flicking through Twitter earlier today, and you know how you get those promoted tweets, and I hate the promoted tweets, or they kind of like you get those little bits that appear. I think they're promoted tweets. The tweets and the notifications that you don't want. But one of them came up. I'm sure it was Twitter that it came up on, but it was like it was an article on find out why everyone hates James Corden. And I kind of wouldn't normally click the links, but I was thinking, I'm not keen on James Corden. I don't mind. I like Gavin and Stacey just as a presenter. I think he's actually quite annoying. So I thought I'll find out why everyone else hates James Corden. Hate's a strong word, isn't it? I don't hate James Corden. I'm sure he's. But I could learn to hate him if I read the entire article, clicked on it, started reading through all the things that he's allegedly done in this hack piece that I read. And he's done a load. If you believe it, allegedly, he's not a nice person. But he could be lovely, couldn't he? Who knows? Has anyone met James Corden in the chat? James Corden is a see you next Tuesday. So that's one person that doesn't like him. I don't really get James Corden. Does anyone else not like James? Read this article. There was stuff about him. People were just... Apparently he's a bit rude to waiters. Someone sat on a table next to him. He's done all sorts of... And I actually heard someone else talk. This was watching a singer. I won't tell you what singer. Well, it doesn't really matter, does it? It's Mark Morris from the Blue Tones. I saw him once do a gig somewhere. And he said... He basically went on a stag do, and James Corden was on the stag do as well, because he was on who's stag do? He's the guy from Little Britain, the tall one from Little Britain. I forget his name now, but he's got something to do with him. And if you watch some of the early Blue Tones videos, the guy from what is his name? What's the guy from Little Britain called? The guy that's not in shooting, David Walliams, there you go. David Walliams. Basically, David Walliams was in some of the early, or was in at least one early Blue Tones video. So there's like a connection there. And later on, Mark Morris did some music for one of his, the audio versions, one of his children's books. So he was on a stag do with Walliams, and Corden was there. And he said, I think he doesn't like James Corden either after interacting with him for that evening. Then he went on to elaborate on what he'd done after a few more glasses of wine. He could be likable. He could be a likable see you next Tuesday, but he's actually just a CUNT. John Ville, RGR News said James Corden is see you next Tuesday. Not that he didn't like him. Could he be a likable see you next Tuesday? Cool. Good that we understand the difference. Does anyone like James Corden? Because he seems to be doing quite well for someone that is a see you next Tuesday. Jonathan, I understand. You know when someone's really big and they go on they start doing chat shows and stuff, or they break American. You're like Ricky Gervais. You can think, I can understand how that's kind of like he's the ordinary guy. He's quite funny. I can see how that mass appeal, especially with the Office and everything else that he's done. I can see why he's big there and here. And when you watch something like an interviewer like Parkinson back in the day, you'd be like, I don't know the words because I'm not articulate or wordy enough to tell you why Parkinson's good, but I think Parkinson is good. And there's a certain amount of class to watching a Parkinson interview, or even like a Jonathan Ross interview. Whenever you watch like a late night clip and it's James Corden interviewing someone, it just seems like there is no class there. I don't get it, personally. He might be, like I say, he might be lovely. He might not be a see you next Tuesday. He might be watching this right now and thinking, why does everyone think I'm a see you next Tuesday? Who else we got here? Want to become... I've just had a message come on from, which I'm assuming is a spam thing. So I've got 2 spam messages that came through. One says, want to become famous, buy followers, primes and viewers on bigfollows.com. And then someone else has said the same thing. I've got 2 spam bots in the chat. How do I get rid of them? Is this where I'm becoming big enough that I need to actually have someone else? I think that's what some people do when they get to a certain size. Let me try and right-click them and get rid of them. I just click, there's a ban button. I've banned one of them. Let me see if I can ban the other one. It's not coming up on the other one. Anyway, it probably is James Corden, isn't it? Maybe that is why he's big. Maybe he does own whatever that website was. What was it called? Buyfollowers.com or something. Bigfollows.com. If anyone can check who bigfollows.com is registered to, and just assure me that it's not James Corden saying, hey, you want to be as big as James? Not literally. This is Smile. We're out of requests now, so this is the bits and pieces I've chosen.
I know that you don't have a backbone, and the body that you took home seems so far removed from your own. 'Cause I tried to shed a little more light. It was my deepest regret. How I wish you'd forget. 'Cause I wake up every day without a smile. So please, please don't chew me out. Don't touch that doll. Sing a song that means nothing to anyone until the words come true. For a moment or two, yeah, I wake up every day without a smile. So please, please don't chew me out. Don't touch that doll. I wake up every day without a smile. So please, please don't chew me out. Don't touch that doll. Yeah, I wake up every day without a smile. So please, please don't chew me out. Don't touch that doll. I know that you don't have a backbone, and the body that you took home seems so far removed from your own.
Imagine if I get a phone call now from James Corden saying he's recently just discovered me. He's been watching it every Friday in the Twitch bar. And he wants me to come on his show is it Later with James Corden? He wants me to come on his television programme. And he goes, it's all good, I'm a massive, massive fan of you. I haven't watched the latest episode yet. I'm just about to tune in and watch it now. Episode. Don't watch it, James. Why do See You Next Tuesdays suddenly appear? It does actually sound like a song, doesn't it? It does sound like a Carpenter song. Why do suddenly appear? Thank you for the semicolons. B, 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 B. That was Smile. So now I'm going to play 3 classics, I say, in a row. Because I think you've had enough of the new stuff. We've been playing that quite a lot recently. I thought I'd put 3 classics in a row from the first album. The viewers just went up by 1. I bet that is James Corden.
I'm sorry for all those little things I said. I pushed you so hard, too hard. I watched you from in my head. And I want you to know that without you it won't be said. And you can't spend it all from the graveyard floor when you're dead. Do you wanna sell sugar water, or do you wanna change the world? Do you wanna sell sugar water and change the world? I missed you and all those little things I did. I pushed you so hard, too hard. I watched you from in my head. Yes, your loyalty strayed, my integrity stayed, now wet. And it's insanely great how with you I replaced my friend. Do you wanna sell sugar water, or do you wanna change the world? Do you wanna sell sugar water, or do you wanna change the world? Do you wanna sell sugar water, or do you wanna change the world? Do you wanna sell sugar water, or do you wanna change the world? I've got my head screwed on, but when I come undone, I don't need anyone till the feeling's gone. 'Cause all I need.
But it's not how it goes, is it? I've forgotten the middle of.
All I
Oh, here's how it goes.
It's a little bit of sympathy. I need a little space and time. Just be alone in my own mind. I'm just an animal. I'm just a silhouette behind your talking head. Be alone in my own sweet home. 'Cause all I need is a little bit of sanctuary. I need a place to call my own, where I don't have to hear you moan. All I know is everything you've ever known. Though I can never tell you that, you know it's just a simple fact. I'm just an animal.
I was catching glimpse of. I caught a glimpse of what was going on in the chat there. Let me just scroll up. I can imagine Corden thinking about all the people who don't like him as he uses stacks of money to dab away the tears, and he settles down to sleep in his solid gold bed. And then the next bit. Right, that sets me up for the next comment from Retro Gaming Roundup, which is, I can imagine him every night as he, whilst crying. Strange imagination, seek help. We're all thinking it. We are all thinking it now, aren't we? We're spending way too much time thinking about James Corden. RE Animal, it's your song, so the words are whatever you damn well please. At any given, thank you. I didn't actually rehearse that song tonight because I thought I don't need to rehearse it because I played it a million times. So I don't need to. And then just all of a sudden my brain just flipped a tiny bit. Under-rehearsed for that particular song. That album, next year, the British IBM started, because beforehand it was 80 and the actual launch of the British IBM, we actually set a date for it because we go, it was like me and Paul and Dave just playing gigs and being 80, because everything was just played under because I wrote the songs and stuff. And I go, we'll give it a band name because we've been playing together for quite a while now. We'll actually give it a proper band name instead, and like we'll kind of wipe away the old stuff, and we'll create a new album and blah blah blah, and we'll name it the British IBM, and it will start on the 1st of the 1st, 2012. So on the 1st of the 1st, 2022, the British IBM will be 10 years old. As will the album and the song and everything else. I haven't had any phone calls yet about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Corden did do an interesting talk with Prince Harry on top of Taurus. I did see the clip of it with my mouse hovered over James Corden briefly and I saw the bus moving and then my mouse came off of it again. I think that was on Facebook. 10th anniversary double edition with bonus versions and rarities. There will be a gig, yes. I'd like to do another gig at some point. That would be good. We talked about doing one, didn't we? A post-lockdown gig. I've got a message here. I just got a text message saying, hello, this is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Also, above that, this is from Dean the Coder. Do you know what we were going to do? This is another side. It's actually 9 o'clock. We're not even near the end yet. This has gone on for quite a while. I'll tell you this anecdote. I'll do this next song, and then I'll tell you the anecdote. This is...
I'm the loneliest man in the world right now. Maybe I'm not, maybe I'm just down. For the next 3 days I'll call this home, watching all the ground beneath us fall.
My head is just, things are falling out of it now.
Standing on the ground beneath us fall. Standing up.
I've actually forgotten the words. It's weird because I've.
Standing on the corner of God's front porch, watching all the ground beneath us fall. Loneliness and solitude seldom get too confused. Quit your job and walk away. Didn't like it that much anyway. Sell your house and start again. Burn your past and make new friends. You can check out anytime you want. It's already been a tad too long. Standing on the corner of God's front porch, watching all the ground beneath us fall. Loneliness and solitude seldom get too confused. But if I tried and if I missed, would you leave me alone like this? For all the things I've ever done, would you let my life go on? 'Cause I'm the loneliest man in the world right now. Maybe I'm not, maybe I'm just down.
Never been one for the simple things. That's the line that I couldn't remember. The third line in the first verse, that last bit of it before going to chorus, the bit that I forgot was never been one for the simple things. Another message. Mike's just sent me a message. Read it out. I'll tell you what, Mike can pop it in the chat, or it is funny. If you like that kind of thing. This is the anecdote I was going to tell you, not one of the ones I've just been messaged directly. Dean gave me his old Spectrum. If you missed previous episodes, it's a Spectrum Plus. It didn't work, we couldn't get it working. I ordered a new power adapter for it, got it working, got it booted up, switched on, plugged it in, comes up on the screen, and then we thought we'd try and load a game on it. Could not, spend ages, and he had this idea about plugging a jack into his phone and going to YouTube clips of games loading and trying to load them in that way. Couldn't do it, so then I ended up buying the proper lead, the one that's like 2 leads at each end, 2 jacks, 2 mono jacks. Had to be mono with the Spectrum. So, and basically you plug that into your cassette recorder. There's an ear and a mic connection on both ends of this cassette and the thing. Spent ages trying different combinations of it. And in the end, the combination that wasn't meant to work, after Dean the Coder found the documentation for it, did work. And briefly, if you look on the Instagram, I think it's on Instagram and Twitter, you can see we managed to load Brian Davies Snooker. And then after that, nothing ever loaded ever again on it. And then later on after he left, I've got another old tape recorder that I thought was slightly better than the old one that he gave me. And that actually makes a noise through the speaker and stuff. Can't load anything on it. Nothing loads on this Spectrum. And then I thought to myself, because we're running out of ideas, I said, if we twitched this, us plugging in the Spectrum, I bet someone on this Twitch channel would know exactly what we were doing wrong and at what velocity or whatever it is to set the volume to. Velocity is a strong word, isn't it? How high to set the volume on it. If you can load Brian Davies Snooker game, why would you want to load? That's a good point. And I played, I'll tell you why I'd like to load something else. Because to make it easier to tune it in, because I've got a selection of televisions to load stuff on, all just cheap CRTs and some really old looking kind of like, that I've paid 10 quid for, that those little 4:3 ratio flat screens that people used to put in their kitchens and stuff. But to make it easy to tune in, I used a Binatone black and white TV because it's just got a massive knob on the front of it. And you just basically twist that and that's how you tune it in. And that was really easy to tune in. So we tuned that in to get it working. So that's the reason I might want to play something else, is because snooker isn't great on a black and white TV.
Call it fate, call it luck, call it anything you want. But when you were just a kid, time didn't move like this. When you were the king of everything. And all you need is all you got, and all you have is all you'll ever want. And as the world's caved in, you still remember when you were the king of everything. It's just a little secret in your heart, and it's tearing time apart. So when you were just a kid, time didn't move like this. When you were the king of everything.
This song is Thank You. A classic. Snooker. And for those of you who are watching in black and white, the pink is next to the green. Not when you hit them with the velocity that I hit the balls. See? I know what the word velocity means now. That was Ted Lowe. This is the last song of the evening. We've run I say there is no schedule, is there? I am back again next week, by the way. My life has reached its normal kind of like not doing anything at the weekends. So next Friday, I'll be back here at 8 o'clock.
Standing in an alleyway between two bars, blood on my face. You're looking at me and I'm looking at you. Remember when we were both still friends? None of this would have happened then. But everything I learned from you. If we'd have kept it all together, maybe we'd still be friends. If we'd have finished what we started, we'd be the British IBM. Saw it all on a TV screen, under a tiny flicker green. But I could never be the one to walk you down. Now we're both in the history books, a little world that we both once shook. Never understood what's a heaven for. If we'd have kept it all together, maybe we'd still be friends. We'd have finished what we started, we'd be the British IBM. Now we're both in the history books, a little world that we both once shook. Watch a little time as time goes by. I know you then as I know you now. I watched it all come crashing down. Watch it what's a heaven for? If we'd have kept it all together, maybe we'd still be friends. We'd have finished what we started, we'd be the British IBM. We'd have kept it all together, maybe we'd still be friends. If we'd have finished what we started, we'd be the British IBM.
The British IBM by the British IBM from the album The British IBM. Thank you, Millstone Barn. Duncan Corpse, yep, we used to meet up. I agree. The novelty's now worn off, isn't it? Let's just go back to staying indoors. Right. I'm going to take some requests. I'm going to put it on the reverse side of this week's spreadsheet, set list, in order to conserve paper. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you everyone for coming along, sticking around for the whole evening. There's a schedule now. If you look on the Twitch thing, I think I mentioned this last week, but there's a little schedule thing. So I think when you look at this Twitch page, underneath the bit that's got me on it talking right now, I think there's a schedule tab where you can actually see the upcoming gigs. At the moment, this is every Friday, because when I went to fill it in, I thought, I'll put that I'm doing this Friday, but you had to click one of the day, but like, what day is this on every week? You couldn't just put in, I'm just playing this Friday, and then not next Friday, but the Friday after. So at the moment, it's got every Friday. So I'll switch it on and off, maybe. Anyway, tread carefully for Dean the Coder. Tread carefully, Dean. All the time. All the time. That is for Simon. Charlie Sheen for Michael. You can probably imagine Charlie Sheen doing stuff whilst wiping tears from his eyes. California for Michael. California for John Veal as well. I'll put /John. Darkness Follows. I have done it before. It is odd playing it acoustically. Darkness Follows for Martin. Anything with a plectrum. I could play one song with a plectrum. I'll just put plectrum. And then you'll see the difference. Hear the difference. And see the difference. This is a visual and audio media. Millstone Barn. Just Get By could have been somebody else for Electron Greg. Just Get By could have been Greg. JSW for Felice Maggie. Sunrise Tech, but maximise the uncertainty and regret. I can certainly maximise uncertainty. If I don't rehearse it, even more so. Sunrise for Duncan. That is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3 more, and that's the set list. Again, thank you everyone for coming out and sticking around. I'm here again next Friday at 8 p.m. Drinking Rochester ginger. That James Corden thing, I actually didn't reach the end of it because I got to the point where I was reading the anecdotes and it's saying, here's another reason that people hate him. And at a certain point, I thought, I've been reading this article for quite a while now. And then I looked to the right to see how big this, the scroll thing, obviously you don't see the scroll thing if everything's on one page, and then you see the scroll thing get smaller. And I realised that the scroll thing was like tiny. And I scrolled and it was just a massive article on why people hate James Corden. So I didn't reach the end of it. So at the end of the article, maybe they said, despite everything, he's actually all right. Doubt that. Thank you, A.D. Gilliams. What would you like now? You can have MJ Hibbett, It Only Works, Hey Hey 16K, Smoke and Mirrors, Simon's rendition of the Twitch bar song, Classic Rishi or New... Smoke. Duncan's got it. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you next Friday.
I can't call anymore. When I do, they just close the door. Nobody answers their phone, leaving me here all alone. I just wanna talk to someone, but any chance of that is long gone. They all used to be my friend. Will this loneliness ever end? What did I do that was so wrong? Sitting here singing my lonely song. Every time I raise my head, fills me with fear and dread. Sitting in my motel room, humming this lonely tune, just playing on Earthworm Jim, until I can't show my face again. I tried to make things right, in my own way, try as I might. I tried to save the industry, They all just laughed at me, saying that I'd lost my mind, writing things that were so unkind. Now that the money's all gone, I just have to get my game on. What did I do that was so wrong? Sitting here singing my lonely song. Every time I raise my head, fills me with fear and dread. Sitting in my motel room, humming this lonely tune, just playing on Earthworm Jim, until I can't show my face again. Now when the telephone rings, it's strangers trying to sell me a thing, playing my games from Maine, with no one to talk to, it's not the same. I just gotta serve my time, the punishment doesn't fit the crime. Sometime it will be alright, a new day out of this dark night. What did I do that was so wrong? Sitting here singing my lonely song. Every time I raise my head, fills me with fear and dread. Sitting in my motel room, humming this lonely tune, just playing on Earthworm Jim, until I can't show my face